wants to watch it later. So put your feet on the ground, bring your shoulders above your hips, hands down by your side. And just take a moment to calm yourself. If you think of your mind as the deep ocean, your waves are your thoughts. The current of the ocean is your feelings and personality. Just think of your mind as a deep ocean, letting it calm and relax, be still. Begin to notice your breathing pattern as you inhale, fill up your chest. And as you exhale, gently bring your belly in, contracting it. And do that a few times with attention to your breathing so that your breath is your focus. If you like to try the Ujjayi breathing, that's the one where you seal your lips and you breathe just in and out of your nose. There's a slight constriction in your throat area where almost like you feel like you're valving, you're closing off the throat a little bit so you breathe slower. So we want to breathe slow and nice long breaths. And then we'll match our movement with the breath. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes, take your arms out, and that inhale, bringing your arms up, taking that good morning stretch up to the sky. And then exhale, softly lowering your arms, bringing them down, relaxing the shoulders. We'll do that again, but this time add in your feet. So as you inhale, lift your heels off the ground, bring your arms up, nice long straight spine, and then exhale, lowering your arms, lowering your heels, making the movement match. So keep going with a few more, just refining this big stretch up. Exhale, lowering arms and heels, synchronizing the movement. Focus on your breathing as well. Let's do two more. Last one. And then lower your arms back down to your side. Press your feet into the ground. And we'll practice a little bit of neck movement here. I'm going to turn it sort of to the side. So you can keep your hands off to the side or on your lap. And we're going to tuck your chin in almost as if you're giving yourself a double chin, you know, like if you're taking a picture of yourself, your chin's all tucked in. You do that and then stick the neck out. And do that a couple times. Just bring the chin back, feeling a little bit of like tucking, a double chin kind of feel. And then sticking the head out, almost like a little bird sticking its head out. And moving your head forward and back, using the muscles in your neck, which can often be pretty tight, especially around our jaw area, and then the muscles from our neck that connect to our shoulders. Just trying to draw your chin a little bit forward and then tuck it way back. So we might look a little silly, but that's all right. Do one more here. Good. Now take your right arm off to the right side. And then bring your right hand to your left shoulder as you turn, look to the left. Inhale, open your right hand out to the side. Exhale, follow your hand back to your left shoulder. Inhale, open your arm. Exhale, hand to shoulder. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And then exhale, we're going to go over your head for the side stretch over to the left. Exhale, lower your arm. Inhale, reach out to the side, reach up, reach over, side stretch. Exhale, lower your arm. Do 3 more, taking your time. Last one on the side. And bring your right hand down back to your lap. Sit up nice and tall. Observe the right side and observe the left side of your body. So there's things happening in there that we may not understand, but there is shifts. There's little tiny, our fascia is getting moved. Our body is responding to that. Let's take our left hand off to the left side. You can even look at your left palm. Exhale, guide your hand to your right shoulder and turn your head. Gentle twist to the right. Inhale, open your left hand back to the left side. Exhale, left hand to right shoulder, turn your head. Inhale, open your arm. Exhale, bring it back across. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open your arm to the side. Hold it there. Now we'll inhale, reach up and over your head. Exhale, lower your arm back down. Side stretch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Your elbow can be bent here. If you like to keep your elbow bent, that's fine too. Do 4 more on your own. Stop. One more round. Feels really good to reach. And nicely, slowly lower your hand to your lap. Pause, lift the crown of your head up. Adjust your seat in the chair so you're sitting nice and tall. We're moving into our cats and cows and working on your neck and your back muscles here. So slide your hands towards your knees, bring your shoulders towards your ears, head tucks down into your chest cavity. And then inhale, lift your head, bring your shoulders down and back, bringing your sternum forward. And now just move through your cats and your cows. Shoulders move, spine moves. Let your hips and your knees and your ankles stay still. Inhale as you come into your cow, that's the belly forward. Your exhale is tucking your head in, squeezing your abdominal muscles in. Now just move through a few. Two more. Then come back to center, shoulders down. Just pause for just a second. Notice and observe your body. And then inhale both of your arms up. Exhale, lower your hands down towards your shins. And then inhale, bring your arms back up. We'll do this again. Exhale, lower your arms. Inhale, reach up your arms. So just doing some forward fold. Go slow. Exhale's going down. Inhale, coming up. Last one. Lower your arms. Pause. Observe your breathing. Has it gotten faster or slower? What's going on with it? Now let's lift our right knee out to the right side. And see if you can straighten out your right leg a bit so the right knee is not bent, but the left knee is. Watch your neighbor there. Bring your arms out to a T. We're going to take your right hand down as the left arm reaches up. Bring your arms back out to the side. And again, exhale, reaching down with the right hand, reaching up with the left. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale. Do two more. Arms back out to the side and gently release them down. Step in your right foot. And then we'll step out the left leg to the left side. Left knee is straight. Try to sit up nice and tall. Then when you're ready, arms come out. Shoulders are not up here, they're down low. So soft shoulders. Left hand reaches to the left leg as your right arm reaches up. Inhale, arms back out to center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Do three more. Last one. When you're done, bring your arms down. Step in your left leg. Sit back up. Take a breath or two here. And now take your hands, interlace them behind your back. And you can toe your feet out wide so you have a little bit of space. We're going to go down, but keep our shoulders back. So take an inhale, lifting your chest. And then exhale, bring your belly in between your knees. Try to get your spine nice and flat. Inhale, come back up. Shoulders over hips. Do that again. Exhale, leaning forward. Inhale, pressing into your feet, using your legs to help you come back up to center. Do 4 more, nice and slow. Last one. Release the bind in your hands. Maybe do a little shake. So it releases any tension that you are having in your fingers. And keeping our knees apart, we're going to draw the knees together and then open them out. You can even roll to the pinky edge of your feet. So knees and knock, and then open them out. Think of these as like clamshells. We're squeezing in on the exhale. Inhale, chest. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Knees apart. Adjust, sit nice and tall again. And relax your legs. Bring your arms out to the side with your elbows bent. Crown of your head is lifting up. Neck is slightly tucked in here. We're going to do some obliques poses, crunches on the sides. So you're going to take your right elbow towards your right hip and then come back to center. And then exhale, left elbow towards left hip, center. If your hands out here don't feel good, hold your shoulders. Also a very nice option. So taking your time, your exhale is leaning. The inhale is coming back up. Focus on the strength of the muscles in your obliques here. Do 1 more to each side. Elbow trying to go to the hip. When you're done, bring your arms back out and lower them down. Maybe it'll feel good to do some shoulder rolls here. Release any of that tension you had in your upper back. You're done, just softly relax. Arms down by your side. And then we'll toe heel our feet back together. Lean back and lift your right knee up. Circle out your ankle. Maybe it's making some sounds today. And also circle the other way so you go in both directions. And we'll set the right foot back down. Lean back a bit. Hold your left knee, circle your left ankle. Go the other way on this one too. And set left foot back down. Make sure your chair is not going to run away from you, but you're sitting on the tip of it. We're going to do rocks, forwards and backs, and maybe you lift up your feet a little bit. Just do a little bit of rocking, shoulders coming over your knees, and then going back behind you. So if you're sitting at the front of your chair, you should be able to lean back, which will allow you to use your abdominal muscles. And the slower you go, the more you may feel them. As you lean back, chin tucks in. As you come forward, your chin can lift. You can get a little bit of a stretch again in the front of your throat. We'll do 2 more rounds. And then we'll go into a version of child's pose. So we'll slide our forearms to our knees or forearms to our legs. You can bring your hands to a little prayer and look down. And again, try to flatten your back and think of your neck as an extension of your back, which it is. And just feel like a nice long stretch right here. Taking a few breaths, slowing down. You can even smile here. Notice any sounds that you may hear in the distance. Or notice the absence of sounds. Take 3 more conscious breaths. And as you're ready to move out of this, slowly walk your hands back towards your hip creases and sitting back up. Taking just a moment here to feel and observe your body. And then we're going to come into some standing to do some balance next. So if you're not feeling like you want to stand today, you can stay in the chair, watch and observe, or practice what you can in the chair. So I'm going to stand to the right side of the chair to start so that my left hip is next to the chair. And then once we get there, we go into Samasthiti, which is a posture. It's a reference posture. And what we mean by reference is this is where you check in to see how your body's functioning today. Are you feeling like your legs are super tight? Can you bend your knees and kind of loosen them up so they don't feel so rigid. Same thing with your body, the rest of your body. Is your belly like contracted or like what's going on in there today? Our bodies are constantly fluctuating and are just like our thoughts, just like mind. So we take care of what we need to in the moment. Take another breath or two here, just standing with good posture. Now just step out your right foot and then turn your left toe so it points underneath the chair. Maybe not. I don't want my knee hitting the chair, so bring it out enough so that you can bend your knee. So what we're going to do is hold onto the chair with your left hand. Left toes are pointed under the chair. Right foot is anchored down at a slight angle. So you feel pretty stable in this back right leg. You're going to bend into your left knee, bringing your left knee over your left ankle and straighten. And we'll do that a few times, bending and straightening. Scoot away. I can't bend my knee. So as you do this, feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Nice bend. Slow and steady. Good. Do two more. Now here's your balance posture. We'll try this 3 times so you get to work on it. You're going to bend into your left knee and see if you can lift up the right leg off the floor. And then you'll bend into the knee and set the foot back down. So just play with it. So you'll bend, lunge into it, and see if you can lift up back right leg. Bend the knee to softly lower it down. So it's a little bend and then a lift. Maybe we'll do it a couple more times because it takes a second to get. Good. Now let's see if we can hold this one into right leg in the air. And maybe you take your right arm out. Maybe you can lift your chest up or even look up. And when you're ready to release, feet come back down, toes turn back to center, and then we pause back in our reference posture. Just observe how that felt. Maybe you feel the left leg a lot more than the right leg. Breathe. Now we'll scoot around to the left side of your chair so that the right hip is close to the chair. Your right toes will point under the chair. Left foot steps out a bit so that you feel comfortable step out. So there's a triangle shape in your legs. And you can hold on to the backrest of the chair with your right hand. Bend your right knee over your right ankle and straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And just do a few of these. Again, adjusting your stance so you feel like you're getting the amount of bend in the knee you desire. 2 more. Good. Now we're going to try to take the left leg off the ground. So you're going to, right hand's going to stay on the back rest. Bend your right knee over right ankle. See if you can lift the back foot up. You're shifting your weight to the right foot. Bend your right knee and set the left foot back down. And we'll try just a few of these. So bending the right knee, left leg lifts. Bend the right knee, left foot lowers. Yours doesn't have to look like mine. Do your best. We'll do one more, and this one we'll try to hang out in the air. So as you bend into your right knee, shifting your weight to the right leg, left leg goes out. Maybe your left arm reaches up, and you can lift your right leg a little higher, or left leg a little higher. And then softly land everything back down and pause. Take a second to breathe, observe your body. Make sure there's nothing right in front of you. We're going to do a little forward fold, so take your time. Hands down to your side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and hold on to them. See if you can reach for your knees. Tuck your chin in. Feel a stretch in your back. Inhale, brings your arms forward, straighten your legs, reach up. Exhale, lower your hands to your side. We'll do that squat again. Maybe you want to try taking your feet a little wider and see if that adjustment feels nicer to you. So inhale your arms forward and up. Exhale, chin tucks in, hands go to your legs, knees, shoulders roll forward. Inhale, arms reach forward as you straighten your knees and reach up. Exhale, lower your arms to your side. We'll do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, squat, hands to your legs. Head tucks in. Inhale, arms reach forward, straighten your legs as your arms move up. Exhale, lower your arms. And just play with this, do this a few more times. One more round. Softly lower your arms to your side. Release any tension you have in your legs. And then we'll move into another balance pose. Since we're already here on the left, let's start with the right knee coming forward. I'm going to take the right foot off the ground, right knee is bent. Now see if you can stand a little taller, putting a little bit more emphasis on your left leg. And then maybe you can bring one hand or keep one finger on the chair. Find something to look at that's in front of you that's not me or not something that's moving. And then when you've had enough of that, you'll set the right foot down, take it off, and try the other side. We can stay right here on the left since you got your right hand as your anchor. Lift your left foot up, left knee comes up, gaze is forward, shoulders are down. Concentrate on breathing smoothly. You set that foot down. Trying it again. Right knee bends and lifts up. You can feel the bottom of your left foot anchoring you down. Gently set the right foot back down. Other side. Left knee lifts. Back is straight. Left foot is flexed. Set your left foot down, pause, shake out your knees. We'll move into eagle pose next. We'll stay right here where we're at. Lift your right foot and crisscross it in front of your left so that you're crisscrossing your legs. And now we're going to go into a little bit of a squat. You may feel it here on the sides of your hips. So only go as low as it feels comfortable to you. As you bend your knees, exhale. As you inhale, straighten your knees. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Now, if you want more of a balance, lift your right foot off the ground and just kind of anchor it to your left leg. Like you're sitting, you could even do a figure four pose here. So you're just going down, inhale, straightening your left knee. Or really, if you've got your right foot off the ground, this can be quite challenging. So take your time, just explore it, see what's going on. Do two more if you can. When you're done, breathe. Shake that one off. Then we'll switch sides. Left ankle crosses over right. We'll start with the foot down and just do a couple tests of bending the knees, going into a little bit of a squat. And then if you want to try more of the balance, bring your left foot up off the floor, crossing, almost like putting your ankle, like hooking it to your right leg, and then try to bend your knees and go down. For me, this side is a heck of a lot tighter, and I can feel it because I just can't go as low. Of course, you can make it a balance if you take your hand off the chair. When you're done, return your left foot back next to your right foot. Stand tall, take a breath or two here, relax. We're going to do a little twist since we're still on the left side of our chair. Take your arms out to a T. And now take your right hand behind you and bring your left hand to the seat of the chair. And then inhale, both arms back out to the side. Exhale, left hand to the seat of the chair, bowing down. Right hand goes to the small of your back. Inhale, arms float back out. Exhale to twist. Inhale. 2 more rounds. Done. Lower your arms to your side. Then we'll have to scoot to the right side. To the left hip is next to the chair. Slightly away, depending on how long your arms are. Stand tall. Inhale the arms out to a T. Exhale. Right hand goes to the seat of the chair as your left hand goes to your back. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your head. Exhale, right hand goes to the chair, left hand to your back. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Go nice and slow. When you're done, hands come down. We'll do 3 more of those little squats. So again, just your feet hip distance apart or wider if it feels more natural to you. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, hands to your legs, go into your squat, touch down. Inhale, arms forward, straighten your knees. Lower your arms, reset. You got 2 more. Last round. You're done. Hands to your side, pause. And then we'll have a seat. Back to your chair. Make yourself comfortable sitting in the middle of your chair. You're there. Take your hands, place them behind your head, and let your head fall back into your hands that are interlaced back here. Now we're going to take a twist. Take your left elbow towards your right knee. You don't have to go all the way to the knee. Inhale, lift your elbow back out to the side. Exhale, right elbow points to your left knee. Inhale, center. Now we're going to tuck our chin in and point both elbows to both knees. And then inhale, lift your head back. Elbows go back out to the side. So we'll try that again. Left elbow turns to the front, point it towards your right knee, tuck your chin in. Inhale, lift your head, left elbow goes back to the left side. Exhale, right elbow comes forward, then points down as you tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale through the middle. Elbows cover your ears as you point your nose down. Inhale, lift your head. One more round of this. Left elbow points to right knee. Tuck your chin in. Look under your right armpit. Inhale, lift your head. Elbow back out to the side. Exhale, right elbow points to your left knee. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, head comes back to center. Exhale, elbows point forward and then point your elbows down towards your knees. Nice big stretch in your upper back. Inhale, lift your head. Release your arms. Shake them out. Wow. We're going to bring our knees closer together. Lift your right one up. Give it a squeeze. Try to bring your nose down to it and then draw it away as you lift your head. So you'll exhale. Inhale. Head goes back and your knee goes away. Exhale, everything brings it in. 3 more. Maybe this time you feel those lower abdominals compared to the last one, we felt the upper abdominals. When you're done, release the right side, sit up. Hold on to your left knee. We'll give it a little squeeze. Head lifts, inhale. Exhale, chin comes down, knee comes towards you. Inhale, everything draws away from one another. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, goes back. Do 3 more. Slowly set down your left foot. Hands to your side. We're going into a forward fold where you're welcome to stay and relax, or you can move and come back up. So I will show both. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, going down towards your shins. Now you can stay here for a breath or two, or you can flow back up, depending on what you need. If you need more relaxation, stay. If you need more energy today, like I got a lot to do, I got to have as much energy going so I can make it all the way to this evening. So I got to move and breathe. But if you need to stay and relax, then that is also a really good option, depending on what you're requiring of your body today. Do 1 more. And then when you're done, you can bring your hands to your lap. You can scoot yourself to the very back of your chair. You're welcome to close your eyes here. Just do a few minutes of breathing. Coming back to thinking about how our mind fluctuates. Can, for the next few moments, you just think about your breathing? Can you concentrate? Can you focus? Some say this is the hardest part of yoga, is the concentration and deep focus. So first, just observe your breathing. And then follow it as it comes in your nostrils, back of your throat, to your lungs. And then follow it back out from the bottom of your lungs, up your throat, and back out your nostrils. And just stay with this deep concentration for another minute or two. And now just let these words wash over you. This is a metta prayer by Miley Scott. And you can think of these words that you're saying them to yourself and then to others. May I be well, loving and peaceful. May all beings be well and loving and peaceful. May I be at ease in my body, feeling the ground beneath my seat and feet, letting my back be long and straight, enjoying breath as it rises and falls. May I be intimate with my body, mind, and whatever feelings or moods, calm or agitated, tired or energetic, irritated or friendly. Breathing in and out, aware of the moment by moment, the rising and the passing. May I be attentive and gentle towards my own discomfort and my own suffering. May I be attentive and graceful for my own joy and my own well-being. May I move towards others freely and with openness. May I receive others with sympathy and understanding. May I move towards the suffering of others with peaceful and attentive confidence. May I continue to cultivate the ground of peace for myself and for others. May I know that peace and the world's peace are not separated. My peace and the world's peace are not separated, that our peace in the world is a result of our own work for justice. May all beings be well, be happy, and peaceful. Bring an internal smile to the inside of your mouth. Welcoming this precious new day. And when you're ready, you can stretch out through your limbs, waking up your body again. And know that this peaceful, calm place is always within you. And finish out our practice, reaching our arms over our head, taking that good morning stretch as we began. And then hands to a prayer. Thank you for sharing your practice with us. Namaste.